Hi everyone, this is Willie Crawford and I'd like to welcome you to today's webinar. As you can see from the slide, the topic of the webinar is how to build a large responsive list using free list building giveaways. And if you guys can, Xavier, can you and Don see my slides okay?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to assume the audience can see them too then. And assume they cooperate with me. Today's presenters will include myself, Xavier Nelson, and Don Daniels. And I've been in internet marketing around 17 years, and I've built a quite substantial database. A lot of that database was built using free list building giveaways. By no means the majority of the database, but enough to where I consider it a worthwhile method of building a list, and I use it all the time. And I've done all kinds of things in those 17 years, but my list is, without a doubt, my most valuable asset in my business, or the relationship with the list members. But I could be out of business tomorrow. I could lose everything tomorrow, and as long as I had my database, I could set up on a new server and rebuild everything as long as I had that database. So to me, that's the most important asset in my business. And with that out of the way, let me let the other co-hosts introduce themselves. I'll start with Xavier Nelson. And Xavier, if you just tell the folks whatever you care to tell them about yourself. I'm not hearing you, Xavier. Are you, Don?
No, I'm not hearing him at all.
Okay, it looks like he dropped offline, which is fine. Xavier, I'll introduce him. He's been around for quite a while. He's back with us now. Looks like he's having phone problems. Don, why don't I get you to go ahead and introduce yourself? Just tell the folks whatever you care to share about yourself.
Okay. Well, frankly, I'm fairly new to internet marketing. I've been a motivational speaker and inspirational speaker for many, many years. Also a teacher of psychology at the public school and the college level. But internet marketing, and especially affiliate marketing, is something I'm fascinated by, and so I've jumped into it. And one of the first things that I've learned is building a list is incredibly important. So Willie, I'm very pleased that you're letting me in on this wonderful call, and I'm learning a lot of techniques, and I urge everyone out there to listen very carefully because building a list is important.
Excellent, excellent. And for those of you who haven't met Don, I actually met him at a local networking event near my house, near our homes here in Northwest Florida. He is actually very actively list building right from the start of his online career. So unlike a lot of people, he takes it very seriously, and that's the most important thing you can do is just jump right in there and start building a list. I'm still waiting on Xavier to join us. When he does, I'll bring him in. I'm sure I'm actually unmuted now. Xavier, are you back with us?
Yes, sir, I am back.
Okay, I told him a little about you.
Go ahead.
I told them a little about you, but why don't you tell them whatever you'd care to?
Appreciate the invitation to join you and Don on this webinar to talk about list building with free giveaways. Then together we're so many little small, intricate, very positive event at the same time, and to make sure that our event didn't get cluttered with things that we did not necessarily want. We wanted high-quality events with high-quality partners so that everybody benefited. Most importantly to us was that the visitors, the guests that are receiving the gifts, they are the ones to benefit the most. Excellent. And with that, back to you, Willie.
Thank you. And today, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to look at building a list using free list building giveaways. It's not necessary for you guys to take notes unless you just want to, because I'm going to give you access to the recording afterwards. I believe it's better for you to focus on what I'm covering and then to ask questions. And I'll ask you to hold the questions until the end, and also to check out any recommendations we make. I'll give you also a downloadable PDF checklist near the end of the presentation, and also a bonus audio near the end of the presentation. Okay, for a quick overview, we're basically going to look at what typical giveaways are like, point out a few mistakes or common things people are doing wrong, and how you can avoid making those mistakes. A typical free giveaway, and I'm sure you guys have seen lots of them, people on Facebook or in emails invite you to come over and download some free gifts. Well, the way these things come about is someone comes up with a theme, that person organizes this event, and what he does is he sets up a website, he or she sets up a website where they install a script that powers everything. They have custom graphics created around their theme. They write some swipe copy emails, and then they reach out and they invite joint venture partners. And these joint venture partners are people they want to help to both contribute gifts to the event and help promote the event. And so they reach out to suitable joint venture partners and ask them to reach out to their friends who are suitable and invite them to become joint venture partners too. And the reason they want to invite other joint venture partners early on is that a lot of these free giveaways run on a point system where the more points you have, the higher up in the listing your gift displays. So if you have referred more members and or joint venture partners than anyone else, your gift's listed on the first page at the very top. So that's the motivation for promoting the event and for bringing in joint venture partners, because in an event that's a large one where you may have 100 or 200 contributors, you could very easily be on page 50 in the listing of all the gifts, and the people on the pages close to the further site do see more traffic. So, which is only fair. If you're going to promote the thing, then you deserve to get more clicks, more visitors. The joint venture partners, they each typically contribute one gift. Some events allow them to contribute up to 5 gifts, and you do that by upgrading. And when you upgrade, you're allowed to contribute more than one. 3 is more typical, but sometimes 5, which is quite a few gifts. Joint venture partners then notify their subscribers, their followers, their friends about the event, sending them all to a central website, which is the website put together by the organizer. People look over the gifts that they want, and then they click on a link to go to the website of the contributor who contributed the gift to download it. And when they do that, the referred member usually has to opt into the contributors list before they can access the gift. And then the referred member gets a valuable gift, and the contributor gets a new subscriber. That's the benefit to both sides. And I said usually you're required to opt in, because there are people who will just send you to a download page where they don't make you jump on their list because they'd rather show you the value first in being a member of their list. Another thing is, with a lot of these free giveaways, when the contributor first arrives at the main site, they have to opt into the main site to even see the gifts. And what that does is it rewards the organizer of the event, because the organizer of the event is building their list before anybody access any gift. And so that's probably motivation for some people to even do these events. Xavier, as you mentioned earlier, actually prefers not making people opt in to see the gifts that are available, but just letting them see what's available and then picking and choosing as they see fit. And I'll actually show you a site that's configured that way, although most of the events that I am a part of do require new members to opt in before they can see the gifts. And Xavier, you want to comment on that?
Yeah, the way I look at it is, I'm not trying to take all the subscribers or anything like that. I want subscribers that are interested in the gifts that I'm contributing, not people that are just looking for another free giveaway event. I have specialized lists that are just for contributors. That's a whole different ballgame. But one of the things that I do like to add to my pages is an opt-in form that's on the page, that is not a required form, but that is on the page, because a lot of times when I run events, and when Doug and I ran events in the past, is I like to include updates. So sometimes I might have new contributors that have just maybe submitted their gifts later on, or maybe I want to highlight another gift, or maybe I want to send out an announcement about a new giveaway event coming up down the road. But so I want to give people the option that if they would like to, then they can opt into my list. That's just there for announcements more than anything else, but not to force the opt-in so that everybody has to join my list before they can get anything out of the event.
And the thing about that is, joint venture partners, when they're sending out an email to their list promoting an event, they're basically sending their existing subscribers over. So in a sense, they're not gaining anything by sending their subscribers over to join someone else's list. But the benefit is that it's a reciprocity thing. If I tell my people about the event and you tell yours, then we're all going to benefit. But if you shirk and you don't tell them, then all I'm doing really is adding my subscribers to your list, and I have no real incentive for that. And that's one of the drawbacks in improperly run free giveaway events. again, the referred member goes over, looks over what's available, and then picks and chooses what they want. And I have here a URL, which is williecrawford.com/28 June 2013. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to update the page that URL links to periodically, because I am recording this, and I plan on making it available long term for people who want to learn about free giveaways. So that URL will be good, but right now what it does is it points to a current active free giveaway event. And the reason I list one is I want to offer you a bribe for going over and checking it out, because, as I mentioned earlier, the contributors' gifts are ranked based on who refers to most people. So I'm bribing you to go over and check out this free giveaway and asking you to join it if it seems appropriate for you. And in exchange for that, I'm going to give you a free gift. And that gift is a recorded audio interview I did with a friend who several years ago built his business from total beginner to where he had a list big enough to allow him to feel comfortable quitting his 6-figure job. So he went from total beginner with no list to where he had a huge list, and actually then started creating several of his own products, and he felt comfortable quitting his job, and he did it all, practically all of it, using free giveaways. And so if you'll go over and check out the URL that I just gave you up top there, in exchange, I'm not going to make you opt in or anything, but in exchange for you doing me a favor, I'll give you an audio interview, which I'll give you the URL to at the end of the presentation. And now, I've already talked about the problem with most free list building giveaways, and that is shirking. Lots of people are invited to contribute to these things, to join them and build their list, and they rush over and they get all excited and they sign up and they envision getting thousands and thousands of subscribers, and then life happens. They get busy and they never get around. Probably 80% of the ones that I've watched the events never even get around to adding a gift to the free giveaway, and then the giveaway kicks off, and a lot of the scripts that power the free giveaway will downgrade joint venture partners or contributors to just regular members if they fail to get a gift in, or if they fail to promote the event. The script tracks how many referrals you've made, and if after so many days you've not made any referrals, and obviously you're not pulling your weight in this event, others are building your list, you're not building their list, so the script shuts your gift off, and at that point you're not gaining subscribers from the event, which is only fair. I mean, you need to participate too. So that's a big drawback. A lot of people never get around to adding their gift, and part of my purpose in putting this together today, part of our purpose, is to prevent you from having this problem, to keep you from wasting your time. I'm going to give you basically a step-by-step checklist to follow that steps you through the process of finding a good giveaway, getting your gift and your autoresponder ready, and then even building a relationship with those new subscribers so that they become customers of yours. One of the first questions you'll have is, where do you find well-managed, top-quality events? And the reality is that everybody and his brother who looks at these things thinks, well, I think I'll host one, and they throw something together. Not everybody and his brother, but there's lots of people hosting them. There's probably 20 that I've seen recently, all going on in the same month. And a lot of them actually are one or two individuals who have created software or who have gone into business of hosting the events, advertise to other people, why don't you host an event, I'll set it up for you, I'll help you to put it together. And so you have a sort of a cooperative effort, and that's fine, but you have a lot of events out there that get very little traffic. You have a lot of events out there that aren't well managed. People even tend to cheat. For example, in the referral contest, some of them have cash prizes and things like that, and there's a temptation for people to cheat to get near the top of the leaderboard so they can qualify for prizes. A well-managed one, the person running it's going to look at things like, well, are all the people signing up, all the people referred by an individual, all coming from the same IP address or something like that? You know, the suspicious things. Are those people who sign up, there's a less than normal percentage of them upgrading to get special bonuses or whatever. So they watch all those things, and if it looks fishy, then that JV partner should be questioned at least. And so what I do is, when I see a new joint venture free list building giveaway, I go over to the site, I read the site, I read the restrictions, the rules, I look at who's running it because I know a lot of people in online marketing and in a lot of niches, and I can sort of look at their experience level and based on that decide whether or not I think they'll do a good job of managing an event, and based on that I decide whether or not to enter an event. And once I register, I then list the opportunity for you to become a joint venture partner on my blog, and my blog's at williecrawford.com/blog2. And again, I only list events there that I've thoroughly checked out and feel comfortable in recommending. So there'll be times when you go there and you look, there's a link that says JV Events over in the right menu bar. There'll be times when I won't have a lot of events listed just because I haven't seen a lot that got me excited. But I do list them. And Xavier has I think XavierNelson.net also has a listing. Is that right, Xavier?
Yes, that is correct. And just like you, Willie, I'm very picky about what I participate in or what I talk about on my blog. So any events that you see on my site are going to have been, reviewed by myself, or they're by other marketers that I've worked with personally in the past that I know are top quality, top-notch marketers that are there to help you succeed as opposed to taking you for a ride.
And basically, we don't want you to waste your time. Some of these events, the person hosting the event will build a small list or a nice list from it, but you're spending a lot of time and energy on something that's not going to help you out, and we want to avoid that. So that's why we recommend you check out the events that we've already screened for you. Okay, now let's get into, you found an event that you like, that interests you. Now you think, well, I have to come up with a gift. So how do you come up with a gift? And when I put together the announcement for this webinar, I said that I would teach you a number of things. One of those was how to easily set up unique and valued gifts to offer in these events. For that, I'm going to recommend that for many of you that you start with what's called private label rights products. And I'm going to recommend the site plrgods.com. That's plrgods.com. And I'll give you a link here, which is my affiliate link, actually. It's williecrawford.com/plrgods.com. That's all lowercase, or the PLR Gods needs to be lowercase. And what I do two things. One is I create mostly original gifts I give away, audios, interviews, things like that. And so they are high value and they're unique. If you're not going to do that, you still need something that's unique. And one way to do that is to start with someone else's research, someone else's work, which is what private label rights are, and then modify it as you see fit to make it a unique product. A well-managed free giveaway will only allow one contributor for each title or each type of gift. And so if you're just grabbing something that you have, that someone gave you, there's a good chance it's going to be a duplicate, and we don't want that. Let me take you over there to see the site, plrgods.com, if I can pull it up. That's not it. There we are. This site is called plrgods.com, and he offers a free membership. You can scroll down the page and read all about it, but the free membership gives you access to really everything in the site. The only difference is when you upgrade, then you have the ability to host certain products on your own, on the site, on his servers. Let me see if I can adjust my screen a little and actually show you inside the site. I'm working with a lot of different panes here, okay, panels. And I'm doing this real time, so seems like my connection's slightly slow, but it's not that slow. This is inside the site itself, and when you get inside the site, this button here says products. There's all kinds of other buttons, from where you earn money, for you get access to affiliate program, domains, and hosting. You can basically take any of the products and with just a few clicks of a button, plug in your order link and host the page on his server. But with a free account, you can also just download any of the products on the site and then host them on your own account. And so let's look at what some of the products are. These are private label rights products, resale rights products. Most of them have master resale rights if they're resale rights products, and also some personal use products. And so as we look at the list here, as we look at the listing here of the products, it shows newest products, customized products, income generating products, internet marketing products, miscellaneous, niche marketing products, website design, and products, and then it separates the products by license. For example, some products, the licenses all have certain restrictions. Like in the center of the screen here, it shows a product called How to Sell Your Digital Products on eBay, and it tells you that this product is an ebook with product only, which means there's no sales page involved, and you get private label rights to it. They haven't suggested a price to you, and if you were a member, you just click this button to download it, and this hide button means don't display this to me the next time I visit the site. That's all that really means. Down here is a Facebook friend inviter piece of software that's personal use only. Here's a multimedia product with personal use rights. Here's an ebook with master resale rights. This ebook, you can download it, you can preview the web page, you can customize it, and then publish, like plug in your own PayPal account, for example, and make changes to it. And then you can publish it right on the site owner's server. That's how these products work. And there's probably close to 1,000 products, probably over 1,000 products in the site right now. And again, the free membership lets you download any and all of them. You should only download what's going to use you, otherwise just cluttering up your server. But let's look real quick at under niche marketing, some of the stuff he's got here. He's got like automobiles, business, child-related, computer and technology, dating and marriage, environment and energy, financial, food and cooking, fun and games, general, health and beauty. There's like 81 products on health and beauty, for example. Hobbies, holidays and occasions, home and garden, pets and animals, productivity, real estate, self-improvement, which is a huge niche. He's got 131 products on that topic. Spirituality, sports and recreation. So you can come over to this site, which I gave you the URL for earlier. I can go back to my presentation now. It's williecrawford.com/PLR Guides. It's williecrawford.com/PLR Guides. And if you go there, you can join for free, but with the upgraded membership, you get a lot of extra perks. And I know Xavier is a member of the site too. You want to add anything there, Xavier?
Yeah, absolutely. I have to say, I really enjoy the site. We can only recommend, obviously, we don't want you to break your bank. Everything has to pay for itself. If right now your funds are tight, join as a free member, and then you can always look at upgrading later on. But I can only highly recommend upgrading to that Olympian package as soon as you can afford to do so. But I wanted to also give one tip on how to use a PLR product, regardless of where you got it from, to very quickly and efficiently customize it and make it your own. And that is by recording yourself. If you have a PLR product, you download let's say there's an ebook or a special report, highlight some of the key points that you really feel are pertinent, and then just start talking about it and record yourself talking about it. Create an audio product out of that. You could even turn around and maybe turn it into a top 10 tips list or something like that, where you just kind of highlight some bullet points and explain a little about each bullet point along the way. But you have very quickly and very simply made yourself a very unique gift. And what really stands out in these giveaways is the unique gift. When everybody else uploads the same thing and you have all these duplicate gifts and things like that, it takes away from the effectiveness of the giveaway, and you're going to get a lot less subscribers. But if you make it unique, which you can do in just a couple of minutes by recording yourself talking, then you're really going to stand out from the crowd and do that little bit extra that nobody else is willing to do.
Excellent tip. And I do private label rights products as someone else having done the research and giving me an outline, and then I take that outline and I make it my own unique product. I'll have unique graphics created. I'll have all kinds of things done to make that product very unique, because it needs to be something that appeals to your potential subscribers. It needs to start that relationship off on a very strong footing, with very positive feelings towards you created there. Now, once you do get your product created, the next thing you're going to want to do is to set up what we call a squeeze page, which is where somebody will read about your product and you'll invite them to opt into your list. But before you set up a squeeze page, you need to set up an autoresponder first. And the reason is because you'll need the autoresponder code to put on the squeeze page. That's what makes the form show up on the squeeze page. So for autoresponders, from my personal experience, I'd probably tried out over a dozen, and I have tried the ones that you host on your own server, for example, which I don't recommend because the people who run autoresponder services, they spend a lot of time working with the internet service providers, assuring them that they practice good email hygiene, that they don't let spammers on their servers, and because of that, the internet service providers, you know, the AOLs and Comcast and Hotmails and Gmail, all those, they let more of those professional service providers mail through than they would email that they can't really tell where it's coming from. So that's why I go with professionals, and I have tried about a dozen, over a dozen probably, and right now I currently use 4. I'm going to share with you those 4 really, really quick, and there'll be more about them in the notes. But the first one I listed is called Pure Leverage. That autoresponder service is a full-service autoresponder. It's offered by Joel Kieran, who's the same guy who started GVO, which is a web hosting company. It's part of a package. The package costs $24.95 a month, I think it is. And that package includes full-service autoresponders. It also includes a blogging platform. It includes a video email autoresponder system. And it includes a conference room, which really has a lot of the functionality of like a GoToWebinar. It lets you host up to, I think it's 100 people in a conference room, and you can record it, you can do screen shares, you can have multiple people doing presentations. So it gives you a lot of capability, and you may think, I mentioned it's 100 people in the room, I think it is, but you may think that's not very many. It's actually quite a few. Most of the webinars I've seen, unless they were sponsored by a really big name person, had fewer than 100 people on them. Typically, probably less than half the people who register for a webinar show up. The other half assume there's going to be a recording, and so they register and they don't show up. They go and watch the recording later. So all these things in this GVO package, or this Pure Leverage package, are very, very valuable. They also have an affiliate program, which is separate. You have to pay a separate monthly fee for the affiliate program. And you can read all about that at the link that I will provide in the handout. The second company I use is Aweber. My friend Tom Colser started Aweber many, many years ago. He was one of the first people to start an automated follow-up type autoresponder system. He works very closely with the internet service providers, and because of that, he has a reputation. His company has a reputation for providing some of the highest deliverability in the industry as far as getting email through. And he has a $1 trial where the person signs up for $1, and after so many days, they're billed at $19 per month. And I said it's tiered, which means up to 10,000 subscribers, I think it is. You pay one price, and when you go over that, then you step up to the next level, and the next level, and the next level. And so a lot of people are big fans of Aweber. I'm moving a lot of lists away from there because of so many other systems that I use that serve my purpose better. You want to say something there, Xavier, on either of those first two?
Yeah, I just wanted to add something to that. One of the things, actually a couple of things, one of the things that I really, really like about Pure Leverage itself is that it is part of a bigger package. And just like I gave that tip about recording yourself with regards to the PLR product and making it a unique gift, another really, really easy way to make an awesome, unique gift is to invite an expert into your conference room, record that conversation where you talk about whatever topic it is that you're going to use for your gift. And, you know, maybe it's a gardening giveaway or something like that, and you could go find a local expert that is the best at growing roses. Invite that expert to join you on the call. They get a little bit of recognition. You know, you might be able to work out some kind of a deal to where you don't have to pay any money, and you're getting a very unique product where you can ask them, for example, the top 10 tips for growing roses at home and avoiding aphids, or something to that effect. The other part is I do like having multiple autoresponders personally, and that is simply because every once in a while you might run into an issue with one server is down, maybe they're in maintenance mode, and I really want to send a broadcast out right now. Well, I have some options then available to me. But at the same time, just like Willie, I'm really moving away more and more from having a lot of different autoresponder services to really narrowing it down just because of everything that is available to me, and I really like Pure Leverage personally.
And going back to Pure Leverage, I really like it too. I watched a video recently where Joel showed behind the scenes his servers, and he showed that in that first half of whatever month that was, that the users on that particular, on the pure leverage autoresponders had sent about 17 million emails, I think it was. May have been more than that. But he showed that they had practically a 100% email deliverability, and that to me was extremely, extremely impressive. I mean, he showed, the anomalies, people using bogus email addresses and things like that, and he showed a lot of insights on how the autoresponders work. So I have a lot of confidence and faith in recommending the pure leverage system, and I'll touch on two others. One is SendReach. And this was a company started by Chuck Mulaney over a year or so ago. He charges a tiered pricing structure too, starting at $10 a month for X number of subscribers, and as you go up by 1,000 or 2,000 or whatever, then the price increases. His system is more expensive than a lot of others out there, but to me it's worth it. And I was a beta tester on SendReach. What SendReach does is if a subscriber just gives an email address and a name, the system goes out to the social media sites like Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and Google Plus and all those, and it looks at the publicly available data on these sites, and based on that, it pulls back more information on the individual. So if all you have is a name and an email address, it can pull back their location, their city, their state, their country. It can pull back their age. It can pull back their gender, and it adds this to your database. So now, instead of a database that's pretty generic and fairly not as useful, now if I were speaking at a seminar in Atlanta, for example, I can go into my SendReach account, and I can sort and pull up just a list of people who live in Atlanta and send an email out to all my subscribers who know me, saying, I'm going to be in Atlanta this weekend. I'd be honored if you'd come out and join me. And I'm speaking at a seminar. I'd like you to join the seminar, but if you can't, I'll be in the hotel lobby from 6 to 7 p.m. Just drop by and have a drink or say hi or whatever, take some pictures. And I like that. I like being able to segment my data. So SendReach is a little more expensive than the other two, but I use it quite a bit, actually. I use it quite a bit. And there's one more I wanted to touch on, which is actually, it's more than an autoresponder. The company is called Profit Automation. You'll find it at profitautomation.com. And in the interest of full disclosure, I actually own the company. What I did was, back in 2002, I noticed the one shopping cart system, and I went out and private labeled it. So private labeling means you take somebody else's product and you put your name on it. And so everybody who private labeled the one shopping cart system, they're all on the same batch of servers. They all have the same tech support. All this different is you see a different face on the system. And so I went out and I private labeled a system, and I did that because I wanted to be a player, if you will, and things like that. But it's a very good system. But what it is it's an integrated system. It's an all-in-one system. So you have a database that's tied into all your autoresponders, to your ad tracking, to mailing list management, to an affiliate program, so you can manage affiliates. It's a shopping cart, so you can put your shopping cart buttons all over the place, or display a regular shopping cart order form, and it ties into all kinds of credit card processes from authorize.net to PayPal to you name it. And so it's a full service system that most listeners won't need, but that's another autoresponder option for you. And the beauty of a full service system is you can have somebody that's a prospect and they buy something, and you can have the autoresponder rules set up so that when they make a purchase, the shopping cart actually will shift them from a prospect list to a customer list and things like that. I do use this on some of my sites where I sell products and where I build a large affiliate force, and it basically runs itself. And so that's another option. That's not one that most of you are going to need unless you are marketing a bunch of your own products. Okay. Now let's look at one of the other things I promised to show you today. It was how to create squeeze pages without a lot of trouble. And what I do basically is I take an existing sales page and for a product that I choose to give away, and I take that sales page and I edit it, getting rid of all the mentions of price and get rid of the order buttons and things like that. And I'm going to show you one that I have done that too. You can see here, if you go to williecrawford.com/top traffic tips, capitalizing the T in top traffic and tips, what that'll do is it'll show you, let's see, it'll show you this page. And what this is a 3-hour masterminding session that Doug Champagne and I did, where we covered 15 traffic generation tactics, mostly 100% free, and I think a couple were very low cost. But I've been in business since 1996. I think Doug started maybe 97, 98, so we both got a lot of experience under our belt, and we just did a mastermind session, if you will, and just covered everything we could think of as far as ways to generate traffic. And so, and we recorded it. We did it as a teleseminar, so there's no video, and we recorded it, and then we had it transcribed. And so we took this transcript and recording. Very easy way to create a product is to record something and then transcribe it, and you can do it with video, and you've got video, audio, and the PDF option. So you can sell all three separately or sell them as a bundle or give it away if you want to. And what I did was, after we'd done this product and sold it for a while, and I actually sold it at $97 at one time, I said to Doug, do you mind if I offer it as a gift to people from time to time? And he said, it's your product as well as mine, and as long as you're not abusing it, devaluing it, I don't have a problem with that. And so that's what I do. And so I took this basic sales page here, has the the nice graphic on it and description, and then down here I tell them that's $47, but I'm thinking about raising the price. And then down here is an order button. But what I did was I edited this page, and to show you that, it's pulling up now. Same page. I just removed all mention of the price. Just pulled up my HTML editor, removed all mention of the price. You could leave the price in there and then strike through it and write the word free if you want to, or free gift for you to dramatize the fact it was a free gift. But I got rid of all that. And then down here where the order button was, I plugged in the autoresponder code in my HTML editor in the HTML mode. Plugged that autoresponder code in where the order button was, and that made the sales page a lead capture page. And I probably should have used a different colored border or a better, more distinguished background, but it works beautifully. And so now this is a product I give away during free giveaway events. You want to add anything to that, Xavier?
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of re-highlight, and you already kind of hinted at it, but I want to re-highlight to everybody the tip that you gave, and that is how you very quickly can not just create a gift, but also can create a product for the back end so that you can monetize your gift, for example. And that is, for example, if you're making a recording or you're doing a conference call using the conference room on Pure Leverage, maybe, for example, you record that, you give away maybe the audio recording as your gift, but then you allow people to buy or purchase maybe the PDF transcript as a bundle, or maybe the video session, whatever the case may be. But you can always multi-purpose and repurpose your content as you see fit and as you need to. So I really wanted to kind of highlight that tip that you just shared with everybody, just to make sure everybody really got that.
Excellent. And in fact, a lot of people who do free webinars or free teleseminars will let people attend the live event for free, but they'll sell on the back end the recordings to the event, or they'll sell on the back end the transcripts and things like that. So there's a lot of models there for creating products and services that this all can fit into. And it's all about, once you're going through the trouble of creating this product once, you do want to get as much use as you can out of it. We call that repurposing. And so you want to ask, how else can I use this? And that's what I did with this product that Doug and I did. I said, okay, I've sold quite a few, and they're still selling, but how can I get it into more hands and benefit more people and benefit me at the same time? And so that's why I offered it, as a gift. But once we start building that list, people who come in and they like our gift and they're on our autoresponder, where a lot of people drop the ball is they have all these new subscribers. They think, okay, now what do I do with them? And some get their new subscriber and they add that new subscriber right to their regular email list, I think that that's not a good idea, because you've got a regular newsletter you're publishing once a week, once a month, daily even, and you're adding a brand new subscriber who's not used to getting all this email from you to the list. So I recommend adding them to a separate autoresponder for a number of reasons. One is, say in a giveaway, I may give away 3 gifts, and I may give away something on list building, something on traffic generation, and something on product creation. If I build 3 separate lists, I've got 3 separate databases, and I know the specific interests of the people on each of those databases because I know what they downloaded in order to get on that list. And so I know if you join the list on traffic generation, that's your interest. You're not getting enough traffic to your website. So I know that when I follow up with you and I offer you things for sale, that you're more likely to respond positively to a product on traffic generation, probably than on a lot of others. And so that's why I recommend you keep separate autoresponders. But if you just get people on a list and never follow up with them, that does you absolutely no good. It's just wasting bandwidth, and you're paying for the hosting account for the autoresponder. So what you want to do is you want to pre-plan a sequence of messages to follow up with those people so that it's less work, so you don't have to remember to go and write more messages. Now, in reality, you can set up your autoresponder and have just that first message, one that says, thanks for joining my list, and here's a download link to the gift, and then go back later and add more messages. So if you're in a hurry, just do the first message. But I like to have 5 to 10 messages set up in advance, and I just flow it out. It's like, okay, on the first day I want to say, here's your gift, and maybe 3 days later I want to thank them again and maybe point out something special about the gift. On page 42, it teaches you this. Sort of getting them into using the gift, because if they don't use the gift, they're not going to get any value out of it. They're not going to appreciate it. And a lot of people in these free giveaways, they're downloading a lot of gifts, and so you want them to use and benefit from yours so that they gain value and so they become a better subscriber. So get them using your gift, and the way to do that is in your autoresponder messages, just prompt them to go ahead and check it out. And maybe the 3rd or 4th message, you might mention a companion product that you have for sale, and there's a lot of other things you can mention in the sequence. But just flow out 5 or 10 messages. They don't have to be long messages, and some of them can be even cut and paste emails from affiliate programs that you're a member of. I would modify them slightly to fit my voice, but you can just plug those into your autoresponder sequence too. And let's see how Xavier handles this. Do you have a tip for
Yeah, one of the things that I think everybody can relate to is, if you open up your email box and you see in your inbox about 6 different messages from 6 different people, and they all have the exact same subject and the exact same ad copy and the exact same message, I'm very quickly going to unsubscribe from them. So try to make yourself unique. But one of the other things that you could do too is to tie in with what Willie suggested, when you maybe highlight something that's on page 42, maybe expand on it a little bit more. Maybe you only had a bullet point or a small tip, a short tip on page 42. Maybe you could expand a little bit on that tip specifically, really get people to start digging in and absorbing that content, because that's the only time it's going to be of any value to them.
The other thing that your thought just triggered was, and I'm trained as a platform speaker, we're trained that there's a balance between what you give away for free and what you sell. There are people who worry that if I give away all my information in my ebook or in my course or in my stage presentation, why would they buy anything from me? I've already told them all they need to know. My teachers taught me that I can actually teach you everything I know on a topic, and you'll still want more. That you'll think, well, all the information is given away for free. It's that good, then just imagine what the for sale stuff is. And even if you put the same information in the for sale product, it just reinforces it and it collects it all in one place. And so you don't have to worry about giving away too much for free. But and as a stage speaker, I was also trained tell them what to do, but not how to do it. And so, on stage, maybe I would just say, okay, to have a successful business in this arena, you need to do this, 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 and this. And I show some of what's involved there, but not exactly how to do it. With your free product, you can do the same thing, or you can explain how to do a process, but it's such an involved process that it's easier if they use software. So on the back end, you say, yeah, I showed you how to do all this magic on Facebook, which is tedious, and so it works. But it'd be a lot easier if you use this piece of software that automates part of the process, and that could be where your back-end sales come in. So, show them how to do something, or tell them how to do something if you want to, but then show them ways to do it easier. So if they don't have the money to buy your back-end product right now, they can still accomplish what they wanted, what they download the product for. But at some point, when they want an easier way to do it, you show them the tools that it's logical for them to buy to do it the easy way. Okay. The other thing is, as you look at setting up the autoresponder sequence and the squeeze page and all that, you think, wow, it's a lot of work, Willie. You tell me I need to take a PLR product, maybe rework it and everything. Well, it is a lot of work, or it can seem like a lot of work. It's not really. It's just a matter of deciding to do it and following through. But consider that you can use the same gift over and over and over again, as long as it's pertinent, as long as it's current. I have free gifts I give away, and I've given away in a dozen different places, even offered them as bonuses with product purchases, as opt-in gifts in different places. And as long as they don't become dated and they're still valued, then you can use them over and over again. So take the time to create a gift of real value, something that your subscriber, when they get it, will really appreciate it, and it'll cause them to bond with you, to be more responsive. Okay? And that brings us to some of the common mistakes that I see people making while they participate in these free giveaways. The first one is offering a gift that's, quite frankly, junk. There are people who go to sites that offer all kinds of freebies, and a lot of those are like 5 or 10 years old, and people download those thinking, well, I can give this away to my subscribers or whatever, and I'll build a list that way. But if the subscriber's been in your niche for any amount of time, they've probably even seen the titles you're offering. The titles are that old. So don't offer them garbage. Offer them something of value. The other thing I see is when you send a person to your squeeze page, they fill in the form, and typically you require them to verify their email address. So you send them, so as soon as they fill out the form, they see a page that says, thanks, please confirm your email address, and you'll get the download link. There are people who use single opt-in and just send them the download link, and there are people who even have the autoresponder just redirected to the download page. The drawback to doing that is people will give you bogus email addresses, and if they give you a bogus email address, they've gotten your gift. I personally often don't care about that because I want to get my gift into as many hands as possible because there's back-end profit built into the gift. But there are people who get very upset when somebody gives them a bogus email address, and so they want to make sure they've got a good email address, and they won't send them any link to download the product until they verify the email address. So there's pros and cons to both ways. The reality is that when you require a subscriber to verify the subscription, a percentage will never verify. They'll sign up, and then they'll get sidetracked, and they'll never notice the email saying, please click on this link to verify you really want to join my list. And that's fine. But you will lose subscribers if you use a double opt-in, and if you won't get your gift into as many hands. But a lot of people believe that's the best thing, that to use double opt-in and require them to confirm the email address is the best way to do it, because that way you don't get some drunk college student in the middle of the night signing his buddy or his professor on some list, and which they had never had to verify, and they're starting to get email from you. They get upset. So some people believe double opt-in is the way to go. But when people opt in, they're redirected to a download page eventually, whether it's through clicking on a link in an email or just being redirected. A lot of marketers think, well, I gave them a gift, so now I need to sell them something because I haven't made any money on the front end. And so what they do is, as soon as you get to the download page, some of them make you read through a long sales letter before you even see the link to download your free gift. I don't do that. If I'm going to present a sales letter, I'll put a link at the very top that says, thank you, here's your gift. And by the way, here's something else I think you'd be interested in, and then I lead them into the sales letter. But there are people who will hit your subscriber with offer after offer after offer, and that describes some bonkers, and I think it, has already created a bad impression of you. So I said, don't hit them with too many offers up front. You had something on that, Xavier?
Actually, two things real quick. One of the things that I like to do is I still like to send them to the download links, because I believe even though you filled out your name and address and you maybe haven't confirmed yet, I still want to give you what you asked for. I want to get my gift into your hands, kind of like what you were saying, Willie. But what I'll a lot of times do too is on that very same page, I'll let them know that as soon as they confirm their email address, that I have another gift for them, and it might be a secret gift or a surprise gift. It might be the audio version of the PDF report that they're getting, or whatever the case may be. It's an extra bonus gift just for confirming the email address, so I still get the double opt-in, but I'm also still getting my gift out with as many people as possible. And I totally agree, when it comes to hitting the subscriber up right off the top of the page and making them jump to, I see some people will actually make them go through 2 or 3 different offers before they even get to the download link, because they have downsells or upsells along the way. And quite frankly, I'm going to leave, but I'm not going to get your gift because I never got to the end of the process. So definitely the best way to get your gift to as many people as possible is to put that gift at the top of the page and then share with them an additional resource that is related, that is going to help them even more.
And we're trained as marketers that if you offer upsells, downsells, cross-sells, you're going to make extra money, and that's true, but at what expense? If you're frustrating a lot of your new subscribers and you're just leaving a bad taste in your mouth, they're probably not going to read future emails. And so, again, I say don't hit them with too many offers. Now, we're coming up on an hour or so. I've still got a few more slides to work through, so I'll speed up a little perhaps. But another mistake I see is people simply not promoting the free giveaways. They sign up, and even if they get a gift and they don't promote, or your gift, again, is ranked near the top or higher up in the listings based on the number of referrals you made. So if you don't promote, or you just do one post on Facebook and you send 2 referrals, the event host may leave your gift listed there, but it's on page 40, so no one's going to see it. So you're not going to get as many subscribers. So pull your weight in the event. Now, I mentioned earlier that you can participate in these free events. I mentioned in my promotion for this webinar that you can participate without even having a list. A lot of people look at these events and say, well, I'm not qualified. But the reality is, because so many people don't do a lot of promotion, you can, just with a few Facebook posts or some tweets or whatever, often get as many subscribers as someone with a huge list but who is just lazy. So don't be afraid to join these free giveaways, realizing you can promote using social media, blogging about it, mentioning it in private messages. Just send somebody a PM on Facebook or Skype or whatever saying, did you check this out? Why wouldn't you tell a friend about something if you really like the gifts? And if everyone did that, there'd be a lot more traffic to some of these events, and everybody would benefit. So do pull your weight. The other thing is, you might want to even use an automated tool like I mentioned here, Hootsuite. What Hootsuite does is it lets you pre-schedule posts. If you're tweeting about a free giveaway, when your tweet hits, or if you post on Facebook, when it hits Facebook, a small fraction of your friends or followers online at any given time. And so you're missing the majority of them. So why not periodically repost the same message or a similar message? And you can't be sitting at your computer all day doing that. So every 4 to 6 hours, maybe resend a similar message, making sure that when you do that, that you're not posting to like a group on Facebook that is not for that purpose. There's some groups, including one I manage, where if you keep posting the same message over and over and over again, you're going to be banned because that's not the purpose of the group. So make sure you're not breaking the rules of the group. But automation can let you get your message out more effectively and more often and reach more people. So look at Hootsuite, which lets you pre-schedule posts. I've already mentioned this when my slide did advance. Okay. I mentioned earlier also that you get points based on the number of referrals. Some of these free giveaways give prizes for being near the top of the leaderboard. I've been in one recently that gave a solo mailing to a list of 350,000 subscribers, which is huge. I've won a solo mailing to a list of 250,000 subscribers. And they give electronics, computers and all kinds of gadgets, and they give cash. And so if you find the right giveaway, one of the bigger ones, that there's a lot of incentive to actually get in there and promote it. And since most people who register, again, do nothing, it doesn't take a tremendous amount of effort to actually be near the top of the leaderboard. And the problem there is that a lot of people will join too many events. I say use concentrated firepower, which means pick one you really like and really promote that one, focus on that one. And all the others are promoting 3 or 4, and you're promoting the one, you're going to get 3 times or 4 times the number of signups in that one. You'll be at the top of the leaderboard, and they'll be near the bottom of the 4 events that they're promoting.
Can you hear me okay, Willie?
Yes.
Oh, okay. One of the insider tips that I'd like to share with regards to the solo mailings is to, if you can win a solo mailing, regardless of how big the list is that you're mailing out to, of course 250,000 is an awesome list to build to. Here's the thing. Create a gift that is unique for that solo mailing and that solo mailing alone that they can get from you for free. So then not only did you get new subscribers from the giveaway, but you're getting a huge exposure to an incredible amount of people through that solo mailing that will also opt into your gifts, and you can then market to them again and again, further monetizing your efforts. So that's another tip that can really help make a big difference for you.
Awesome tip. And another reason you do actually want to promote is if you can get in the top 10 on a lot of these giveaways, you're like a lot of affiliate product launches. You're all of a sudden a celebrity. You know, people see your name and lights, and that makes them come to you and want to joint venture with you, want to do projects with you, want to, work with you because they know that you get things done. So another reason to participate. I've already mentioned one-time offers. It doesn't hurt to have a one-time offer every now and then, but somebody goes to your page to download the gift. Again, you can just lead them right into a sales page, but you need to make it irresistible offer, something that's an impulse buy typically. And then a lot of people will go for it. Maybe a third to even 40, 50% will go for it if it's something that's just really, really irresistible. I mentioned that you can contribute more than one gift at times. To do that, you have to upgrade typically. All these events are free, but if you upgrade, you get extra perks, such as the ability to contribute more than one gift. And the reason you want to do that is because now you can build more than one list. Another reason is that a lot of these sites have a rotation where they will show ads or banners or different things from the contributors, but only from the upgraded contributors. So it sort of gives you some extra perks there. You could also, when you upgrade, you're given, in many of these, 1 or 2 or 3 text ads, and these rotate throughout the site so that joint venture partners and potential new members all see these ads rotating. And the ads typically will be like 25 characters in the title, and then 2 or 3 lines of description, and then a URL. But there's also, there's a URL, but there's a display URL and there's an actual URL. And with a lot of these, you can actually use one of those URL lines to add more text to your description. That's what that last thing there meant. But these are little ads that display to all these people, for all these people to see. And what I do is I just pick some of my products that are related to the theme of the giveaway, and I run these ads, and I get clicks from them all the time, so they do work. And that lets me advertise my product while promoting the giveaway, basically. To build an affiliate base while participating in a free giveaway, on your download page, or in your follow-up autoresponders, or inside the gift itself, you can add a blurb about your affiliate program. You give away a free gift that's related to something that you sell as a lead generator to build your list at times. Well, why not right within the ebook say, by the way, here's where you can buy the upgraded version of the product, and also I have an affiliate program, so if you'd like to earn money from telling other people about my product, here's where you go sign up. And that way you are recruiting your new subscribers, you're recruiting your customers. And so you can put that blurb in your ebook. You can put it in a follow-up autoresponder message. That's easy. I talked about writing 5 to 10 autoresponder messages. Have one of them say, by now you have time to enjoy my product. Why not get paid to spread the word about it and tell them where to go sign up for your affiliate program? You've already set up the autoresponder. It's costing you nothing to send out that extra message. You already have a relationship with that subscriber, and so it's natural for you to say, hey, you have the ebook or the software or the audio. Why not tell others about it, and in the process, you can earn money on the back end. It's really, really easy, and it's effortless once you set it up. And you can, again, use those autoresponders over and over again so that, do the work once, be willing to put in the time, and it'll pay off for a long time. I mentioned take the upgrades. Some free giveaways, they pay a commission for people who upgrade. Some free giveaways allow for customers, for new subscribers, to pay an extra fee and then not have to join any email list. I haven't participated in many of those recently, but they realize a lot of people don't like having to visit all these different sites and join all these different lists. So some will say, okay, pay $25 or whatever, and you can download all the gifts without joining any list. And there are people who will happily do that. So that money, whether it's for upgrading or for a customer paying extra fees or whatever, that money is typically commissionable, and the referring joint venture partner will earn a commission. Upgraded joint venture partners often get a higher percentage commission. So regular free members might get 40, 50%, but the upgraded member may get 100% of the commission on some of these things. So that's another reason to look at upgrading. And also tell you, JB, when you're referring a new joint venture partner, tell them to upgrade. Many of them will glance at the page, notice the upgrade option is there, and think, well, I wonder if it's worthwhile. If you reassure them, if you tell them that you upgraded, if you tell them that, yeah, it's a good idea because you can build multiple lists at one time and all the other reasons I've covered in this webinar, then you will get more people who will upgrade just because you told them to. People want to be reassured that they're making the right decision, so do that. The other thing is I tend to, a lot of times, take bulky files and compress them and upload them to my server as a zip file. At times I'll add extra files in that zip folder. So maybe the person's downloading a video that I'm giving as my gift rather than streaming it. I may, or an ebook or a piece of software, I may add extra files into the zip file that promote other products. Maybe it's just a shortcut link. You can create a shortcut to any web page and upload that to your zip file. And when someone opens the zip file and they read the descriptive name of that HTML file, and they click on it out of curiosity, it takes them over to whatever page is encoded into the shortcut file. So if I had a site I wanted to get more traffic to, I could just add a shortcut to it, to my zip files, and it does bring in traffic. You know, that's sort of sneaky, I guess, but as long as it's something useful and you're not being deceptive, then it's okay. I use it quite effectively. I've already mentioned, you know, just do a little more than others. Another tip is that some of these free giveaways let the contributors download the gifts early. As soon as you register any gift that's already uploaded, you can download. And so there are people who join these giveaways looking for products that they can sell or repurpose in some way. So they join so they can sift through the gifts others are offering. When they find something that's a perfect match for one of their projects, they download it. And I'll give you an example of a product that has made me quite a fortune over the years that was given to me. And the product was a collection of, I think it was 30 private label rights cookbooks. And I saw this offered on the site. I downloaded those cookbooks because I have a website that's on cooking where I sell my own cookbook. And what I did was I changed my copy and said, when you buy this cookbook today, and I have a script that in the background plugs in today's date, I said, when you buy it today, I'll include this bonus. And since I sell a physical cookbook, as well as the PDF version, with the physical one, I send them all those PDF files, those extra bonus cookbooks on a disc, on a CD. But that extra gift, especially if they buy the ebook version, it cost me nothing. Someone gave me that package, and it increased my sales substantially just for me taking a free gift and offered it to someone who would appreciate it more. So I took a collection of cookbooks, and from a site that's all about cooking and sells a cookbook, I offered that as a bonus. If I had offered it to an internet marketing crowd or a personal development crowd, they would have, yawned and not gotten excited about it probably. So it's taking something and repurposing it there. I also say be creative. For example, I often will go through a free giveaway site and do a video tour saying, when you join this site, here are some of the things you can get. Point out specific gifts, and I post about them on Facebook and places like that, or maybe post a tour on my blog or send an email saying, here's a video I made for you, and I show them what's in the free giveaway site. Which isn't really, taking anything away from them. What it's actually doing is it's reassuring them that it's worth their time to go over and join the free giveaway, because the one question that's in the back of all your potential customers and subscribers' minds is, what's in it for me? What's in it for me? So you answer the WIILM question, and you'll get a lot more people take you up on your offer. And we're near the end of our presentation now. In fact, I only have like 2 more slides. This one tells you to access the bonus checklist, which is a step-by-step checklist that takes you through all the things that I covered. It has those URLs I mentioned earlier to go check out the autoresponders and things like that. But it's a step-by-step checklist, so you can just print it out or just refer to it and do this and do that and do that, and you don't have to have anything memorized. It's things that Xavier and I and Don do that work. So you just follow our checklist. It's free. You go to williecrawford.com/giveaway checklist, and the G in giveaway and the C in checklist are uppercase. So williecrawford.com/giveaway checklist, and I will periodically update this checklist, so as things change over time, no matter when you're watching this recording, that checklist will still be current. I have right in my calendar a note that says every so often go and check certain things to make sure they're current. So this checklist will always, always, always be current. Okay. Let's see. I also mentioned another gift, which is a bonus interview. This link is shown here on the slide. I won't read it to you. I'll let you can pause the video or whatever. But it's an Amazon link, because what I do is I have all these big files that would use a lot of my bandwidth, and so I store a lot of them on Amazon's S3 servers. If you go there and you get this audio, it's the interview I did of Odin Sorensen, who started out as a complete beginner and built a huge database that made him, in about 18 months, feel very comfortable with the income he was making from his list. And he quit his 6-figure job to spend more time with his daughter and traveling a lot. I met him at several seminars, and he, free giveaways changed his life. He's actually since then gone to doing more programming. He missed that part of what he did before, but free giveaways did give him the freedom that most of us dream of. So check that out. And I gave you at the beginning of the presentation a link that I wanted you to go check out to register for a free giveaway that I'm participating in now. If you missed that, hopefully you jotted it down, but if you didn't, go back to the beginning of the presentation and get that link. And it's sort of the law of reciprocity there. I'm giving you a free bonus audio, but I want you to do me a favor and check out a giveaway I recommend at the same time. Okay, and I think that's it. Yeah, we'll open it up right now to questions. I realize we've gone over an hour, and I know Xavier has some things he needs to do. Are we getting any questions, Don?
Yeah, actually we do have some questions. One of them that came in was, it says, I've noticed that many subscribers use fake email addresses or emails that they never check. How do you deal with this?
Yeah, and Xavier and I, we touched on it earlier, but I personally, I'd rather have my gift into the person's hands because what you do is you construct your free gift so that there's back in it, there's bounce back in it. If I were giving away even like a free cookbook, I would have in the cookbook on some page a blurb that says, for an extra bonus dessert collection, go here and get it, and I would drive traffic to that site. And so I don't care how many people have that original free cookbook, I'm still, even if they pass it around without sending people to my forum, they're building my database and they're just putting me in touch with more people. So my big goal is to just get in front of as many people as I can. And so I don't worry so much about bogus email addresses. The other thought there is, if the person doesn't want to be on my list, I don't really want them on my list. I'm not going to hold them hostage. I'm hoping I deliver enough value where they will want to be on my list. But if they don't want to be on my list, I'm better off not having them on my list and causing problems. Your take on that, Xavier, or do you want to add anything to that? Go ahead.
Well, I totally agree. It's about getting your gift out to everybody, and that's really what makes a difference. They may share it with others, and so while you may have one person with a bogus email address, that person may talk about you in a blog post or they may talk about your gift, or they may share your gift with somebody else. And then all of a sudden you have somebody else who might become a rabid follower, a fan and an enthusiast, or maybe even later down the road might become a business partner. So I would rather have the gift out in.
Excellent. Have the gift out working for you. Xavier, you are cutting out a little. Do you have any more questions coming in, Don?
Yeah, there are a few more.
Excellent.
Here's one. How soon do you try to sell your new subscribers something, and what's the ratio of helpful advice to hardcore pitch emails that you send?
That is an excellent question. And I don't have any hard and fast rules. What I do is I let my subscribers know very early on that I'm in the business of making money from selling things. And so what many people who start their business off building a list of what we call freebie seekers, and that's not really a derogatory term, it's just there's some people who like to collect things for free because maybe they don't have the money, but a lot of times it's just that they won't spend money. And so the question becomes, how do you get those people to buy from you eventually? If all you ever do is send them free things, and then all of a sudden out of the blue one day you offer them something for sale, some of them will be offended, and they'll unsubscribe, and they'll call you bad names, send you emails, and tell you off. So what I do is I let them know right at the very first that I sell things. That's one reason you might want to have a one-time offer, but very early in my email sequence, my follow-ups, I mention products I have for sale. Even when I'm giving them a download link to a freebie, I may have right below my name or somewhere in that email a link to a for sale product. I want to condition them to see me offering products for sale. Now, as far as there's people who say, yeah, 1 out of every 3 or 1 out of every 5 emails should be at the most something for sale. I don't have that rule, and so it's whenever I feel like I have something for sale. Most of the time, I'd rather send them some useful free information to build a relationship. But when I come across a product that I am convinced will make their lives better, and that I'm convinced that they get it, it will help them, then I think it's my duty to tell them about it. And so I don't hesitate to send promotional emails. And do you have anything on that, Xavier?
No, not really. I mean, I can't agree any further than that. It's
Okay.
the best way of doing it. I never really did a specific sequence or anything like that because I'm very picky about what I promote anyway. So it's only if I find something of quality that is going to be worth.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Jay Abraham, whom I've shared the stage with before, he has what he calls a strategy of preeminence, which basically says treat your customers like you would your child, which means you only want the best for them. And so you're only going to recommend, you wouldn't recommend that your child buy something that's garbage, but if you were absolutely positively convinced that if your child got a specific product, it was going to help them be more successful, then you feel it as your obligation as a parent to help them to get it. And I look for products that I honestly feel that way about. And I know beyond a shadow of a doubt if my customer buys the product and uses it properly, it's going to improve their life. Any other questions, Don?
Yeah, here's one. Actually, there's a couple of them. This one I thought I'm going to answer myself. It says, are free giveaways really worth the time and effort? Heck yeah. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
But the other question that was perhaps a little more interesting is, how do you use the free giveaway event after it's all over?
Oh, that's a good question. After it's all over, I go back, and the biggest thing I do is I look at the data collected on the event. In the back office, it shows you the leaderboard. So it shows you who sent the most referrals. It shows you, a lot of times it will show you statistics on what was downloaded. And so you can look at which gift was the most popular. And that tells me what that audience is interested in. So maybe in the next free giveaway, I want to offer a gift similar to the one that was the most popular. And as I look at the leaderboard, those people who did the most, who outperformed everyone else, I want to consider those people as future joint venture partners. If I'm launching a product as a potential affiliate, if I'm creating a product, maybe I want them in the product because I know they'll help to promote it and that they've got a lot of credibility with their audience. So I look at the data afterwards. And a lot of people who host free giveaways, it ends on a certain date, but they don't instantly close the site. They close the site to new referrals, but the existing members haven't had time to download everything, so some will leave the site open for a while longer. So what I do is I make sure my gift is available, that the link, the download links are all good for a week or two later, so if people want to go back and download things, they can still get my stuff. Any other questions?
See, this one you've already touched on. It says, if the giveaways are free, why do they ask you to pay a fee and upgrade?
They do that because that gives them money to offer the affiliates or the JV partners who are promoting heavy and hard. So there's money there to reward those who help to publicize the event, without whose effort it wouldn't be a success in the first place. That's the biggest reason. Go ahead, Xavier. Sorry.
Willie, another reason why some of them offer these upgrade options is because they're trying to fund the prizes that they're giving away to the top referrers. So they're trying to utilize those funds for that as well.
Excellent point. Any other questions?
Well, there's one more that had just come in.
Okay.
Do these subscribers that you actually get ever really buy anything?
Yes, they do. Most of them, you look at the fact that they just joined through an event where maybe hundreds of people were giving away stuff. I don't expect most of them to immediately buy something from me, but a good percentage will. A good percentage buy the one-time offers, and it's really, again, about, I can't emphasize this enough, offering them a quality product so that that very first touch you have with them is a positive relationship, and now they're on, a dozen other people's lists that they joined, or 2 or 3 dozen if they download that many different gifts. And I don't recommend downloading every gift from one of these sites. I'd recommend looking through the gifts and finding something you actually want and will use, so it doesn't add clutter to your world. But all of a sudden they're on these new lists, and they're getting a lot of email that they weren't getting before, perhaps. And so at that point, what they do is, as they open their email each day, they look at the from. And if it's from someone that gave them a really nice gift, they're probably going to open that person's email first because they have a pleasant experience with that person, a pleasant memory. So it's about building the relationship. And it might take time, but you write a series of emails, you get them on your list, and over time, when they feel the need for something you offer, they'll buy it. And so, yeah, they do buy. I'm not one of those people that goes for the kill on the first contact with this type of audience. Did you have something to add there, Xavier?
What it really boils down to is what's in it for me. If you approach that giveaway event from the mindset of the person coming to your page and looking at your gift and subscribing, and they're reading your emails, if you put yourself in their shoes and give them the best value that you can and help them as much as possible, it's about helping the person that's reading your material, then you're going to succeed. Excellent
advice. And do we have any more emails? I'm getting that my audio quality may be degrading, so we probably need to end the webinar soon. Did you get any more questions, Tom?
No, that's the last one.
Okay. Then what I'm going to encourage people to do is to, again, we'll get a recording out to you ASAP because it is recorded. So I expect you and encourage you to listen to the recording over again if you want to. I encourage you to download the PDF checklist, print it out, use it, follow it. That works for us. And also grab that audio interview. It's very inspiring. Just drop that MP3 into your iPhone or Android, and while you're out walking, listen to it, and you'll get dozens of ideas from just doing that. So check out those resources, and if you have any questions, you can contact any of us on Facebook. Just type our name into the bar in the search box, and you'll find us. And with that, I'd like to thank you all for joining us. I'd like to thank Xavier and Don for taking time out of your busy day to join us on this and share your wisdom with the audience. And that's a wrap.
Thank you, Willie. Appreciate it. And thank you, Xavier.
Thank you, Willie and Don. Really appreciate it. And I really would like to encourage everybody to join us on Facebook. Find us, hunt us down, so to speak, because we also have events of our own that we're running. Willie and I are going to be working on some events that we are going to co-host. And so we're definitely going to be giving more information about that and sharing more tips as that comes along closer and helping everybody succeed as well.
Excellent points. Take care, everyone.